What's up, everyone? So last time our buddy Sean brought us the front signal lights from United Pacific. This time he brought us the side marker lights. Again, clear stainless LED. Let's open them up, check them out. Ooh, scotch lock connectors. Don't ever use those unless you want to corrode your wires and burn your truck down. So we got 3-wire hookup. It's kind of too bad because we already did all the harness, so we got to cut out that connector that we did on the truck itself to put these on. But whatever, is what it is. So looking at these, again, nice beautiful stainless strip around, nice clear lens. It's all molded with the circuit board sealed in with the acrylic or whatever that is. All the circuitry for the LEDs are kind of sealed up in there as well. It's got 3 wires to hook up. One's an eyelet, so I'm going to assume that's a ground, but then we got a red wire and a black wire. I'm going to guess that this goes to the power and ground wires because the marker light will be a 2-wire hookup, and then, I don't know, that's a redundant ground, or? Okay, I'm going to assume that the white eyelet is a ground, and then I'm also going to assume that the black wire should be the ground from the marker connector. So I'm just going to jump those two together. And then again, with the assumptions, which is kind of bad to do, we're going to assume that the red is our power. Oh, there we go. Nice, there's our marker. Pretty simple hookup. Anyway, let's get this thing wired up into the truck. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Instead of soldering or crimping the side marker light to the truck, I'm just going to use these 2-pin weather pack connectors that Sean had got. They're just cheap Amazon kit, but you know what? It's a 2-pin plug. The LEDs for the marker is going to use almost nothing for current, and that's going to allow you to kind of connect and disconnect and remove this without dealing with a static harness. So let's do that. Take the red and the black, pick a length, say about there. And then we can put our weather pack seals on. So those are going to go onto the wire. And we're going to have to strip some wire off. And then these have 2 crimps. So the further one down here, this is the one that crimps onto the wire, and back here, this is the one that crimps the weather pack seal. So I'm going to get the pliers. I'll double check that the wire is tight. Yep, there we go. Move the weather pack seal into position. Now these, you got to use a little bit of judgment because otherwise the gummy will get squished. There you go. So just enough so that you grab onto the gummy, but you don't cut through the gummy. There's our wire crimp over here, and there's the gummy crimp over there. So let's just do the other one. So there's the back of the weather pack connector, and you can kind of see a thing in the middle there. So I'm going to say that that matches up with the terminal's two stick-out guides, or whatever you want to call them. So we're going to say that goes that way. We're going to put the red on the right side. Oh, click. Okay, there's the one. We're going to do the other. Okay, those are going up. Click, and then this red thing snaps down. That's the positive retention clip. We're good to go. Done. You got the seals on this side. When the two connectors go together, it's weather pack connected right there. Perfect. And then this one here, we're just going to sheet metal screw or self-tap screw into the fender for a ground. Here's my temporary fix. It'd be nice if it came with hardware or if it was here. But it's not. So, there you go.